Hey guys, we're out here just taking a little brisk walk. This has kind of become one of our evening routines. We get to just walk around here and just explore the area, get to see some of the families that are just kind of going about their daily business. As you can see here, we have a plaza not too far from where we are, and you have obviously some dental care, you have an ice cream place, you have Starbucks over here in the corner, a couple of different eateries, laboratory, looks like a cycle spinning across the way. As you can see, you have the Informal Pizza. There's actually even is it a Japanese cuisine there. It's called Aragat. Here, back on the left, we have La Michoacana. We see quite a lot of these ice cream places called La Michoacana. They're known for their ice cream in Michoacan, apparently. Is what I've researched and I've heard from others, which is why they're big on that name. Over here we have the Mercadito. My husband went in there before, and they have some really nice produce, and I think a couple of like gourmet type items. What did you see in there? You told me there was some fresh produce in there last time, some basics.
When I had gone in there, I pretty much came across they had some fruit. Of course, I bought my favorite drink from there, the agua fresca. They're pretty much here. This little small little supermercado that they have over here where you can get some basic little needs. Of course, you have your Domino's right there.
Our mother-in-law loves Domino's. She'd love to see this. She likes her thin crust pizza. And straight ahead, as you can see, we have...
And like my wife is saying, we just walking around showing you Milenio. We promised you we're going to show you that. So I'm going to show you guys the views from the front. Up front, you will see Fresco. That's the supermarket. Similar to like a Whole Foods or just one of those bougie type of grocery stores. Kind of, sort of.
Not bad though. Not too bad. It's like average pricing, I would say, comparable to the average supermarket back in the States. Again, this is a city that isn't known for being the cheapest city, so you'll find that the food is comparable to what's in the United States. You're not going to find super cheap food unless you go and buy, which some people, we have to get that on video one day, sell out of their trunks. They sell baked goods. They pull out a little stand. We saw it this morning when we were walking across the street by the gas station. A woman had a little taco stand, and she was just making little gorditas and simple things, and they'll be out there for a couple of hours, and they'll go about their business.
Speaking of which, across the street is a spot we need to try out. It's always a group of people out there getting some food, and that's always a good sign when you're somewhere you see a group of people always trying to get food. That's always a good sign to see that. I don't know if I can get a good footage of it. Right over there.
They're actually lined up out there right now.
Yeah, it's a line out there.
Here's the Fresco parking lot, and as you can see, this is the parent company, from what I understand, it's called La Comer. So you see that bird up there, that little icon there. You'll see that there's another supermarket in the area called La Comer, and Fresco, here, Fresco La Comer. It shows you there.
Continue to walk around, and you have to be careful over here because, man, these cars be zooming around.
Oh, look, they have that.
Gonna cross the street. Go over here and show you some things across the street.
That'll make a job for it.
An organic store.
Hormone-free meats, poultry.
A little plaza right there. I heard those hamburgers pretty good over there. I'm gonna have to check that out one day.
And they're doing a ton of building over here. That's a pretty view there with the palm trees. They're doing a ton of building here. It's kind of like the, I guess, up and coming, or maybe has been the up and coming area in Querétaro. A lot of people are buying these empty lots and building homes and stores. So you definitely see they're in a building phase here.
You have your pharmacy over here. A lot of different things. A lot of things to explore over here. That's what we like about over in this area. You can walk around and check out a lot of stuff. The walkability is like a 95 to 100. Like,
Definitely.
it's very walkable. That's why in one of the previous videos I was saying that our two choices would be Centro Historical or over here Milenio. We chose Milenio.
What would you say would be the main difference between the two areas, in your opinion, that you've noticed since we've been to both? This feels more like a family, I would say, suburban area, where Centro Historical feels more touristy, right? I would think.
Yeah, I would think so. I think so. That's another little spot right there, guys. As my wife was mentioning, there doing a lot of building. But back to the question what my wife was asking, I just feel like there's a lot of history down there in Central Historical. I like it.
So it's newer here, and there's more.
It's just more of, this place is more of a modern, up and coming area. Reminds me of kind of like in the States when we were staying in Boise, Idaho. They went to an area and they just built it up, and it's about to be a area where it's just full of money. So it's a great investment if you were to come to this if you were to come to Queretaro.
Garages, they're still building that up.
That's the gas truck right there, guys. He always riding around waiting on that phone call.
We have to do a video on that because they have a couple of different gas companies, and we actually called when we first moved. And you have to really pay attention so my landlord only speaks Spanish, and she told me you have to watch the meter on their truck while they're filling up your gas tank. So what my husband did is he went up with the guy to the roof while they were taking care of the tank, and I stood downstairs with the landlady, and she told me just keep an eye on the meter as the guy hit the switch, and I watched that exactly what I had asked for was being put into the tank, which at the time was 500 pesos, so about 25 USD currently. Again, that's fluctuating currency, but currently it's about that much, and I had to watch them on that. So
yes,
to pay attention to.
As our landlord would say, they would rob you if you don't pay attention to them.
And also, if you hear us out of breath, especially me, we are actually at a higher elevation. They say that Queretaro is pretty much, I want to say a little bit higher than Denver's elevation. So definitely over 5,000, maybe closer to, I have to get the actual elevation, but I'm thinking around 5,300 feet in elevation. So it's beautiful here. It's a drier climate. We lived in Boise, Idaho for some time, and we had that beautiful climate. So right now it's like a perfect night where you feel a little bit of coolness, but you don't really even need a jacket. Probably feels like, I want to say 70s.
Yeah, it's kind of like the 70s, or even like 68, 69. That's why I'm out here with short sleeve.
And we're in what, first week of December?
Yep, first week of December. I'll show you guys right here. Stores, they have like little stores all over the place, little Oxos and things like that. And now we're gonna walk over here through the homes.
Here's like Cremeria. This is a cheese place. You can buy all fresh cheese there, and some meat, some fish. And again, this is gonna give you a really good idea of what I was just talking about when it comes to the building. I mean, they're buying empty lots here like crazy, and they're building up everywhere you go. When you're taking a walk, whether it's morning or night, you're gonna see somebody working on building or cleaning a lot. Like, here's an example. They're in the middle of taking care of this lot right here on the left, and then here this is completely empty. Someone will eventually buy that and probably put a house on it, since we're in the residential street here. But on the main road, they'll probably build up a restaurant. I've never seen an area, and I don't know why this is. If anybody else lives in Milenio, has lived here previously, tell me why there are so many veterinarians in one small space over here. I noticed a ton, and I know there are a lot of dogs behind the gates. You know, we're constantly seeing dogs everywhere, so I'm guessing that's why, or maybe that's just where the money is.
Yeah, like my wife was mentioning, there's a bunch of dogs over here. which I guess that's why there's a lot of veterinarians over here, vets.
And it seems like one household will, I mean, the minimum they have is 2 dogs. I've seen one house that had like 7 dogs, and it was a beautiful house, and they had just a bunch of dogs running around in the front. They have a lot of these, as you can see, these gated areas in front of their home, so they'll have their dogs behind there. I think it's more like for alarm purposes, you know, to just watch the house and just, you know, give that extra security for them. But these are some of the side streets here that we, you know, will occasionally go walking around and have our dogs in the morning or the evening, just go for a little stroll.
And if you see trash bags out on the street, guys, that means that they're picking trash up tonight.
That's right.
They typically put the trash up around, I've been up some nights hearing them come around like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. So they come around whenever they come around and pick up the trash. So yeah, you just stick the trash out in front of your home and they come pick it up. That's how you take out the trash over here. And it's like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays over in the area where we at right now.